Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mode. This is your evening panel debate, of course. We got a lot to talk about. Chelsea going for a centre back instead of a full back. And do they have to sell Conor Gallagher like we spoke this morning? Arsenal now in Nketia was on West Ham's radar. Can they replace him with Ivan, Toney, and Man City are going to destroy everyone if they sign Joshua Kimmich or Paqueta? We actually don't know. And Curtis Jones from Liverpool to Arsenal is a solution for that left eight. Arteta is fond of the guy, of course. I've got a great panel for you people. But first, hit that like button if you just joined. And let me get the panel in. I think some of them are going to be late and some are not going to be late. And people, how is everyone doing? Happy New Year for the people that have it. Happy New Year, people. Nina, how are you doing?
Happy New Year. I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, feeling good. New Year, hopefully a better year.
Yeah. Jacob, Happy New Year. How are you doing? Why are you
Hey,
depressed?
Happy New
Your
Year.
team is battling Arsenal for top 4. Why are you depressed, bro?
I'm not depressed. You don't see the robe on me now, do you, Mo? That's strictly for after we take a loss. There's no robe out right now because guess what? Things are looking okay. Despite all the adversity, I like to see what we're seeing. But I'm too blessed to be stressed, Mo. Thanks for the invite. Hello to the entire panel. I don't think I've met anyone here. So
yeah, Martin, hello. How are you doing, Martin? Happy New Year. How are you doing, Martin? The Mancunian way, of course, people. If you guys haven't met Martin, he has his own channel. It's in the description. Jacob is United Spurs of America in the description. Nina, of course, the Chelsea Corner in the description as well. How are you doing, Martin? Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Thanks for the invite. No, good. Can't complain compared to 2 weeks ago when everyone says we were in a crisis.
Not yet. And Bilal, how are you doing? You're busy or something?
Yeah, bro, man. I'm doing good. Apart from the football, last few games.
With blue background, you abandoned Arsenal already, bro.
Yeah, I still got the top one. Yeah, man. Listen, you know me. I've not been the biggest Arteta fan. People be like, "No, you're flip flopping this and that." I'm like, listen, this guy is giving me a headache for too many years.
Bullshit.
Nah, man. But yeah, listen, man. Last couple games ain't been good, but yeah,
yes. But listen, I think it's only fair to start with Chelsea today. They're chasing this guy who's called Osman Diomande. I haven't watched a lot of the guys. Sporting Lisbon, top of the league. And in my opinion, and big up everybody that joined, of course, from This Is Football. Hit that like button. Big up Hussam, of course. Big up everybody. Muhammad Salah will be joining us. Hussam's raid is here, of course. Big up every people that are here. Already almost 300 people. So hit that like button, people. If you just joined. It's open floor, so anybody can chime in. You don't have to talk only about your club. I don't even support the Premier League club. But I'm going to start with Nina.
That's not what I heard, Mo.
Sorry. Shut up.
That's just not what I heard.
What did you hear?
Oh, I heard this year. I heard that you're a little bit lenient with Arsenal. That's what I've heard.
And Liverpool and Aston
Liverpool.
Villa.
That was the second one. No, just
and
those
Aston Villa.
It was the Spurs fan last season.
And what about Spurs?
Last season he was a Spurs fan, is what I was told as well.
Oh my God, you're so cringe. Oh my God!
I'm just telling you what I heard. I didn't know.
Really, aren't you, Mo?
And then at the end, it's like, oh, Mo, the Chelsea lover. He defends Pochettino and Jackson.
So you're definitely not a City fan.
No.
Yeah,
I tell you the only time I was actually a City fan. Actually, I always go for the underdog or I go against the annoying fans. We don't have a Liverpool supporter, but during the quadruple year, Liverpool fans were insufferable. And I wanted City to win that league so bad so I won't hear about it for the rest of my life, right? That quadruple thing. So this year, I'm not with City, of course. You guys are the triple winner. You beat my team in the final. And, of course, you're the best team in the world. To be honest, you don't need me. You don't need any support. You have enough. But Chelsea, let's talk about Chelsea. Corruption exposure. Shut up, Hussam. Shut up, bro. You're the one who's corrupt. Oh, anyway.
So you're saying you're the Batman of fan bases.
Yes.
The fan bases that are misrepresented, underrepresented, not spoken about in the correct regard. You are the Batman.
all my life, I like the movies, like the underdog movies. You know what I mean? The what do you
I
call
hear
it?
that.
So for me, because it's a good story, you know what I mean? It's a good story, like David and Goliath, all this stuff. You know what I mean? So for this year, it's our
Spurs versus City. Yeah, it's similar. Yeah,
the problem now is Arsenal aren't even might not be in the mix. It might be Spurs in the mix or Aston Villa are in the mix. 42 points, Aston Villa. Like, who knows, right? But we'll see how it is. We'll see how it is. But Nina, Chelsea, I've seen a meltdown on Twitter about that center back, that you guys need a left back instead, that you need a striker. Why are you chasing a center back that is worth 70 million pounds from Sporting Lisbon instead of spending the money somewhere else? How did you see this Chelsea pursuit of Diomande, who I don't know a lot about, but he's a big center back, good one. But do you need a center back when you have 4 guys already on the team?
The priorities are all wrong here. Like, we do not need a centre back, especially in January right now. And this is what I'm just really tired of. You know, we need a striker, and that has been hanging over for about a year now. It's why we are where we are as well. So we need to finally address this. And if we want to look anything like a serious club going forward, we need a striker now. And a centre back, it's just not needed. We have Badiashile, we have Thiago Silva, who still has got game time in him this season. You've got Colwill, who's being played as a left back, but he is a centre back. You've got Axel Disasi, who is also a very recent recruit, who's also got like good things up his sleeve. And then there's obviously Wesley Fofana, who we paid 80 million for, and we've seen him play about 5 or 6 games in a Chelsea shirt. So why on earth do we need to be going in for a centre back? And if anyone's a Chelsea fan, like, I am sure you will all agree. And yes, Diomande, he seems good. He fits our sort of age profile players we're looking for. He's 20 years old. You know, he looks good, but I'm
another
tired.
Kid, huh? Another kid.
Exactly, and I'm so tired.
Another kid. Kindergarten Chelsea.
I'm so tired of just bringing in like potential and people that look good, but we haven't seen in the Prem, and we just don't need him.
Daycare Chelsea, I hope their parents pay the daycare fees. Like, it's unbelievable. Why are they chasing a 20 years old? I don't get it. Anybody else think that this Chelsea project is just it's gonna fail if they don't sign experience?
It's an interesting philosophy coming in, because when you look at Todd Bowley and who he's owned before, that's typically American sports, and in American sports, the model that he's using for Chelsea wouldn't actually be a bad model. It would actually be what some would say the smarter, safe business decision would be, is to acquire the best young talent, farm them, acquire them however you can, retain them however you can, and then hope that in time they either, one, bring you success or money, or in a perfect world, both. And it's interesting to see this dynamic in the English Premier League, because honestly, I didn't think it would be this bad. I was actually kind of concerned, to be quite honest. In the summer, seeing them snapping up a lot of talent, and Nkunku, I mean, that was the best signing of the summer, in my opinion. He's the most quality player, I think, that moved. And I'm seeing some moves like that. I was a fan of Noni Madueke when he was a Spurs lad, so I always thought there was potential in the young man, and to see it actually happening. Mauricio Pochettino, he did wonders with the children here at Spurs. He was very good at getting all the players to read off the same sheet. So seeing some of the things happening, I'm actually looking at like, this could be dangerous. I actually predicted them to be doing a lot better than they are, but to see it failing and sputtering out, I'm just glad I'm not in business with the man, because honestly, I thought it looked like a good idea. It's like Bitcoin, maybe. I don't know. I'm watching it play out, and it's like, could be potentially scary for me, and it almost was. And now to see what's happening, the fan base is starting to get split. Man, Poch out, Poch in. Do we stick with him? Do we bet? Is it the ownership's fault? What is it? But in my opinion, long may it continue. The longer they're chasing their own tail, the longer they're not chasing us. So I'm fine with that.
I think, to be fair, I think the actual recruitment model is what you say, though. I think we are trying to bring in youngsters before other top clubs do, to mold them into better players. And I know that sounds really funny, but I think the whole idea behind it is that we want to make them the players in the future that will cost 100 million, etc., etc. If that makes sense. Like, when we came in for like André Santos, I remember, Liverpool were interested. I believe, Man United were interested at one point. Arsenal, I think, even were on the table for him. And, we recruited him from the other side of the world, obviously sent him out on a loan, which flopped big time. But I think the idea behind it is bringing in all these kids before anyone else does. So yeah, we've all got them, and now what? Because it's a really big gamble, and there's not really a structure in place where it actually makes sense what we're doing. So yeah, I mean, people keep moaning that we don't have experience in the squad, and our best solution apparently is to go and bring in more 20-year-olds that have no experience. So it doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, like Bilal, what do you think about this no striker center back thing, trying to sell Conor Gallagher? Like it's kind of weird, and it looks like it's chaos.
Yeah, with Chelsea, it's just a weird situation. Especially, it's because of the money they spent. Now they're looking to get the pure profit in, to sell Conor Gallagher. That will give them, that money on the books because of FFP. But also, if you look at Chelsea right now, just look at their squad, name wise. I was comparing them to Man United like a couple of weeks ago with my friend when Chelsea were really struggling, and I was like, listen, I would take maybe 9 Chelsea players over the Man United players, but you guys are nowhere near performing right now. So it's one of those ones. Do we blame Poch? Maybe you blame him, but at the same time, is it really fair to put all the blame on him when all these players are just being signed, here and there, not really having a clear plan, and then you're throwing it all together? And now with the transfer links again, being linked to Diomande, who, when he was at Midtjylland, everyone was talking about him, saying this is going to be a next big centre-back. Remember, Arsenal linked with him at that time before he went to Sporting. And now if Chelsea do get him, yes, he's a good player, but as Nina said, is that what they need? Do they need to just go? Again, this is a problem. Every time we talk about a player that they need, it's a Victor Osimhen who's 120 million. That's going to put them further, probably in problems in a few years if the FFP thing becomes as important as it is, and as it does look like for clubs like Everton. You see what's happening to them. I'm starting to see the FFP becoming a big issue even for Arsenal. Right now, we're talking about transfers. Arsenal talking about signing this player and that player. Well, we can't. We're going to have to sell a few players before we do anything. So Chelsea in a weird situation. Poch does need to make it work. And I looked at their next few fixtures. They got Fulham, I think, Wolves, Palace. They got Liverpool in between that. But I thought these last 2 games, massive wins. Because if Chelsea didn't win these last 2 games, oh my God, they would have been in big problems. But right now, they're at the point they've got those 2 wins. I think I know on paper, Palace and Luton, they should be beating them. But honestly, if they didn't win those games, they would have been in such big problems that Poch maybe would have even been sacked. Honestly, he might have even been sacked if those last 2 games didn't go well. So now going into the next few games, if Chelsea can put a run together, which they should, in terms of beating Fulham, Wolves, I know they play Liverpool, Palace, Chelsea should be getting the points there. And then you never know, a top 6 finish should be the minimum right now with the squad they have, in my opinion.
I remember joking with some. Sorry.
No, I was just saying that we lost to Wolves, just to put that one to bed.
Wolves have beat some really good squads this season.
They're good,
included.
But with the money Chelsea have spent, the expectation.
You had to throw.
Listen, we need to start. Listen, I think Chelsea fans need to start demanding
because
something. This is the chance now.
Come on, you have to do. Yes, Wolves beat Man City. Yeah, Wolves beat this. Yeah, because they beat you.
I'm just saying they beat some good sides. They beat Spurs. They beat City. Hey, some good sides.
Of course, guys. Over 300 people, almost 350 people. Can we get the likes up a little bit to halfway? Meet me halfway. 150 like button is underneath your live chat. It does not cost you any money. It's just you have to hit that like button. There's a couple of super chats, but they are Bayern Munich. Like Samas is saying, Mo, I found it disrespectful against Bayern. And he's saying, we will never sell Kimmich. We are bigger than Man City. We don't need to sell. He doesn't want to go 6 UEFA Champions League title versus 1 UEFA Champions League title. Remember your place, Manchester City.
Someone might get a very big shock in about 3 weeks' time, won't he, then?
To be honest, I'm not disrespecting Bayern Munich. People just need to understand, I'm just the messenger. I open the internet, I read the news, and I just talk about them. I'm not the one who's negotiating with Bayern Munich, my friend. It's not me. I didn't.
How dare you
things.
disrespect
You know what?
them, Mo?
You need to
You
I
blame
didn't
their own
disrespected
initiate
manager.
these
Bayern,
things,
Mo.
bro.
Blame their own manager. It's their own manager and Kimmich who aren't getting on. It's not our fault. It's not our fault. Kimmich and Tuchel are at loggerheads. What we're supposed to do?
You know what would be hilarious if you do take
Left, cook
Kimmich?
that Spurs fraud. Of course, we know who
Oh,
the
okay.
Spurs fraud is.
Oh, okay, there he is. Wondering where he was.
Yeah,
There
he's
he is.
here, of course. Of course. Well, what do you think? You're on a
Yeah,
show. He's here to cook you, of course, like every single time.
I know. Of course, I know when he's watching because he's also in the chat and he's texting me, telling me never shave again. Sorry, taking years off of my face does wonders, but anywho.
But anyway, I want to go back to Chelsea and just to finish off with Martin about Chelsea project. I don't like the project, and I said for many times, for the good of football, this project has to fail. It's not that I don't like Chelsea, but I like they spent a lot of money, they did all of this and that, and for the good of football, this project, I say, it looks like it's failing, Martin, isn't it?
You say that, but they're 2 wins away from being in the top 6.
They aren't. Yeah, but top
That's
6 after spending £1 million. Okay, hold on. They spend £1 billion. Top 6. If any team in the world spend £1 billion within 1 year, they should be challenging for the title. And I don't care if you spend it on young players, on cones. You got some like nets. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Exactly. I don't care. You spend £1 billion. You need to be at least challenging for the title. And if not, second best, maybe third or something. This is okay. Listen, I don't care if you sign kindergarten. I don't care if you go to Brazil and sign the best 12 years old. It's not my point. Right? I don't care. To be honest, if any club around the world spend £1 billion, the minimum objective and the minimum requirement will be challenging for the title. Now we'll put context to it. Yeah, new manager, new project.
Okay,
that's too much money.
How much did Everton spend? 550 million. Should they be challenging the top 4? Everton spent what? 550 million?
Not in 1 year. Not still in 1 year. This is 1 year.
I get it, over 1 year, but this money argument just falls down for me.
But it's still different with Chelsea.
Of course, a City fan will always say that. It's 100%. They will always say that.
No, because money doesn't guarantee you anything anymore.
Oh yeah, we can see, of course.
Hang on, let's go back to
we can see that.
QPR.
The proof is in the pudding. Like we can see it, right?
We don't.
We never were expecting to challenge for the title. That was never an expectation.
But the simple fact is, from top to
like
bottom,
money doesn't win you anything. Well,
City
it's right here.
City didn't just recruit players. We went and recruited the best medical staff, the best directors, everything else that went with it. So top to bottom stuff.
Listen, I get what people are saying, and I'm not saying City should challenge for the title, and I'm not Chelsea, and I'm not saying Chelsea should be actually challenging for top 4, but that's not the point. You guys are missing the point. That means this ownership has completely screwed up. They screwed up big time. They could have bought superstars with this money, and they could have been in a way better place. And now they are a problem with financial fair play, hoping that one of these kids, or sell Conor Gallagher for 50, 60 million or whatever, sell one of these kids for like 40 million as well. But it might not happen, right? Look at Modric. Look at Sterling. I can name a lot. Like a midfield of Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo shouldn't be in 10th place, should they?
Okay, so should Man United be challenging for the title? They've spent God knows how much.
100%. But again, they spent and that's why we say the club is in shambles, aren't we? Everyone sit here and say Man United are in complete and
no. I'm disputing the money. That's where the money argument falls down for me.
No. If I am not saying they are challenging.
He's not going to spend it, right?
What did he say?
If you give a kid £1,000, he's not spending it, right? Is that? So he's going, "Oh, I'm rich. Look at me."
Okay,
that
proves my point.
No, but I don't.
It doesn't prove your point.
But it's been.
You're literally saying this stuff. You literally called Todd Bowley a kid, Martin.
It's been 12 months, less than that.
No, we talked about it
now, and they sack Poch. Pointless. You might as well go backwards again. Because then a new manager comes in and we start the process all back over again.
Yeah.
And then you're in a vicious
that he doesn't want that we spent $1 billion on, and the circle goes round and round.
Exactly, and you're going nowhere. All you're doing is standing still.
Yes, exactly. That's why I'm not Potch out, and I explained this on the previous live stream, didn't I, Mo? And we spoke about it, and I just said, it is going round and round in circles, and the whole thing about it, what constantly coming back to the fact that we spent $1 billion is, so many of these players were overpriced. We spoke about the difference between value and actual price tag, and we said that Enzo Fernandez was not worth 120 million. Moises Caicedo was not worth 120. Mudryk was not worth 100. Wesley Fofana wasn't worth 80. And the list goes on and on. Cucurella wasn't worth 65. So the fact is, yes, we spent that much money, but and we are at fault for that as well. That's why I still blame recruitment. That's why I still point upstairs before I point at Pochettino, because, we inflicted this on ourselves and we priced players at this rate. Yes, they were looking the best to be. Everyone looked at Chelsea's midfield and said that should be in the top 3 midfields of the Premier League this season. Yeah, that is a fact. But, it just hasn't worked out that way. And yes, I can bring in other factors like injuries and, blah, blah, blah. But every Premier League side has been plagued by injuries. So really, I'm just going to contradict myself. But the truth is, it just hasn't clicked. And I am going to say it will take time, because it just will. And he pointed out, $1 billion doesn't build you a squad overnight, and it just won't. And whatever manager comes in will not get this squad firing and challenging for the title this season. It's just as simple as that.
All right. Exactly what I'm saying. So, to be honest, the owners screwed up. We might see it next year. We might not.
I think a little bit too, in my opinion, what Todd Bowley did with some of those transfers. Mykhailo Mudryk, Arsenal was sniffing around. He's like, oh, is that a bright young talent that a rival wants? This is the most American way to go about it. I'll buy him for more than they were offering. Boom. Oh, Liverpool's in for Caicedo? Boom. We'll get that one over the line. Oh, you wanted Lavia too? We'll go ahead and buy your backup plan.
Jacob, Diomande was just linked to Arsenal 2 days ago. And then Chelsea
and the story continues. I'm just saying, he's looking at everyone's homework. He's like, oh, you want that guy? Hey, go! Everyone go take a look at him. See how much we could get him for.
Any players we went after United suddenly got linked with, and then went and tried to buy him. Quite funny, really.
Yeah. Cook up fake stories and try to get Chelsea to sign some absolute scrubs. With the way they're going. So,
not necessarily scrubs that even Jurgen Klopp came in for with 111 million. So technically, it's not exactly scraps we're talking about here. But look, I hear your point. I get it, but I just think at Chelsea it goes so much more beyond that. By the way, this is me embarrassing us even more, but I think Todd Bowley at one point thought that Champions League was an actual given, and that you didn't know that you qualify for it, and he just thought,
someone told him Super League come in, and he got confused.
It's not very common that you find the owner of a franchise at halftime going in and, come on, boys, let's get everyone rallied up. That's. If I went and bought a football club tomorrow, I would do something like that. I would go into that, hey, because I'm just happy to be there. You know what I mean? He's very much acting like a guy who's happy to be there. He's going to try to win it, A, his way, and B, with his people. He wiped out everybody, and he started putting people in place because he wants to, if at some point you do have glory, which he has at franchises he's owned before, in his way, he has gone about and gotten glory. So if he can do that there, then I think to him, it's just the ultimate ego stroke, because that's really what it is at the end of the day. A billionaire looking to say, I can go into this foreign market, a foreign sport, and I can dominate it, make it my own and attain glory. But it's funny that it's not working out. My only fear is it's not working out yet. And if it does start clicking, if he does start acquiring some pieces to the puzzle that actually start making a cohesive picture, then we might actually be in trouble. But until now, and for right now, and for the foreseeable future, it's just actually entertaining to watch.
Maybe one more thing on just Chelsea. Maybe he just enjoys cooking up deals, because I was seeing that thing. I don't follow baseball, but that deal he's done with this Japanese guy, record-breaking deal. He's just I think he just enjoys just finding loopholes, cooking up a nice deal, and that's for him. That's his trophy. That's his Champions League. And after that, whatever happens on the on the field or the pitch, whatever you want to call it, yeah, whatever. It's not his problem. But I just find him like such an interesting character, man. Bowley, like, yeah, without him, the transfer window would have been boring anyway, man.
It's definitely that ego. He wants it for his ego. You see him after Dodgers finally won something, man was shameless. Absolutely shame. And rightfully so. You know, the Dodgers have been laughed at for a long time. So I don't even follow baseball. I just know that much about them.
We know you watch baseball.
I actually don't watch. My team, Texas Rangers, won the World Series, and I watched 3 of the 7.
That's why you do. I watched, see, you know who won the World Series. You know what the Dodgers did. You know what the owners did.
Birds singing songs in the mornings don't mean that I'm a birdologist or a bird watcher. You know,
bro.
No, I see what you're doing here. I see what you're doing, Mo. I ain't gonna let it happen.
You just literally like listed achievements for the Dodgers for this and that. So does anybody here on the panel know?
Being knowledgeable about my rivals' owners doesn't mean that I'm necessarily privy to
Martin,
do you have
any idea what we're talking about? What the Dodgers are?
I don't know whether he's talking baseball around
Dodgers.
You
know Dodgers.
A very successful project that did work out, but we know it's worlds apart from football, and that just goes to show that it's a whole different.
Come on, Staffy. You know what I'm talking about, Staffy. Don't do that. Freaking live in America and I went to baseball games, so stop it. I go to watch some baseball.
Baseball's the most boring sport to watch. It is absolutely.
Actually, I go to the stadium, but when it's on, it's
that
not
or
bad.
golf. I don't know. Golf's is close second.
Golf is boring, but baseball isn't as bad.
Like I put golf. I put golf.
The word, to be honest, the World Series isn't that bad.
Cricket.
But yeah, anyway, moving on from Chelsea. I can't believe we spent like 30 minutes on Chelsea. Believe it or not, wallahi, this is their 10th. 10 minutes. Should have been. Anyway.
There should be some focus paid attention
to
because you're right.
And we will continue.
Of course.
Who loves Chelsea?
Arsenal, and everybody can chime in. Bilal, Arsenal, Curtis Jones, though. Someone tell me about Curtis Jones. But before that, guys, 400 people here almost. Can we get the likes up a little bit? Mo is a Chelsea fan. Why is that? See, I'm Liverpool fan because of Salah, Arsenal fan because I like underdogs. Oh my God. I'm wearing a retro Chelsea jersey, of course. Everybody can see. I'm wearing blue. Everything behind me is blue. Yes, because I support Chelsea.
I thought it was a France kit. What is it?
It's not even a kit, bro. It's not even. It's just a top.
That's funny.
El Tayyib Diab. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Do Egypt go far in AFCON, Mo, based on coach and squad? Wallahi, I'm going to say something. I actually don't know who coaches Egypt at the moment.
Who was the last coach? That football terrorist
club.
Cooper. So El Tayyib, I don't know anybody in the squad other than some players. Of course, it's Sulaya, Mohamed Salah, and all this. But I don't know a lot of people in the squad. But thank you so much. Hopefully, Egypt will go. We have the best player in the world, Mohamed Salah. So we should actually win it. It's as simple as that. Neil here is saying going after Caicedo for 6 months longer than Liverpool, but sure we copy targets. That's Jacob. Jacob said that. He said that. I have never seen an ownership written off in less than 2 years.
No. I said copy targets in reference from Chelsea to Arsenal. And then when I was talking about them acquiring Liverpool's targets, that obviously we all knew that y'all were doing the Caicedo dance for X amount of time. Okay, we all know that. But the Lavia, you didn't need to go buy Lavia after that, but you did it anyway. That was my point, and that's why I brought it up, because this guy came in and said, who does he want? I'm buying him. Who does he want? I'm buying him. Oh, and I already got this guy for this position. I'll buy the exact same thing if that's who this guy was going to go buy. That was my reference of the American buying type of market. Like, you go out there, what is my competition trying to acquire? Let me go and grab that instead. So that way it, one, helps you, and B, weakens your opposition. That's at least the method behind it anyway. So that's why I brought it up. So you don't need to, waste your money amalgamating two of my points into one and being mistaken.
Thank you so much. Arsenal Football Club. Curtis Jones, though. Anybody? I'm not going to start with Bilal. I'm going to start with Martin, though. You're a rival for both. You are in a title challenge with both clubs. Curtis Jones going to Arsenal. Do you think this is the level of players they should go for? And do you think that might fix their midfield problem, Martin? You're frozen, Martin. Or am I frozen?
No, I think he froze a little bit.
So that was my right. I'm back now. I'm back now.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Right, good. Sorry. I was getting loads of messages at the same time. Curtis Jones is a good signing for Arsenal.
Man City fan doesn't even know who Curtis Jones is. That's
Yeah,
how irrelevant. That's how irrelevant the guy is, bro. That's how irrelevant the guy is. He's like, who is this guy, Curtis Jones? He's like, I know Salah, I know like Firmino, these guys. Who's this guy, Curtis Jones?
Why
is Arsenal going after someone I don't know?
Mo, whose place is he going to take?
I'm joking.
Whose place is he going to take?
Kai Havertz, obviously. Like, who else? Kai Havertz on the left. Do you have no midfield?
I really don't the Arsenal strategy really baffles me. It baffles me a lot. And I've said this about 15 times today. I think there's too much pressure on Rice straight out the chute. There's been too much expectation put onto him when he's never been in a title race, never been in a Champions League race, and all of a sudden he's the Messiah and Lord and Savior coming in to do, everything else. And I don't get Arteta's situation with the goalkeepers. That's baffled me. I don't understand why he's changed the system around. Everything we said about Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko's coming true. Because a lot of the Arsenal friends I know, we said Zinchenko will cost you games and Jesus will miss you loads of chances. Pep doesn't sell players he wants. He sort of gets the best out of him and see you later. He's like Ferguson like that. He knows when the time is right to get rid. Yeah. But Curtis Jones, good up and coming player. Do like him. Is he enough for Arsenal? No, I think they need a striker, 100%. But it's whether they're going to get the money to go and buy that striker. And that's the problem. You can't spend 200 million in the summer and then try and drop another 80, 90 million again in January. Arsenal were never going to have that money.
But what they want you to believe though is that you can spend 700 million over 4 years and then say, we'll compete just after we spend another 100 in January. To me, that's what they're trying to get away with right now. And I find it quite funny.
Why Bella looks so stunned? I don't know. He looks so stunned. It's unbelievable.
No, I'm just listening. I'm happy, man. Listen, you guys are clocking Arsenal. This PR, this is just nonsense. Transfer window comes around and they're just putting up names here and there. Listen, Curtis Jones, first of all, with him, like big up Grizz, Football Carnage. And when I was speaking to them guys like last year, and all the Liverpool fans, Curtis Jones, sell him. He's rubbish, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden now, they're all fighting for him. That, no, he's got to stay. Curtis Jones is the best midfielder. He's our first team player, blah, blah, blah. We love him. He's Liverpool through and through. I actually found out I was an Arsenal fan. I didn't know he was really a massive Arsenal fan.
Everybody in the world is an Arsenal fan.
This is different with him. I didn't know. But he used to go around Melwood and just say he's an Arsenal fan.
Anyway, the Arsenal or Chelsea fan. I hear this every day.
Listen, well, if you go like Osimhen, Nigeria probably get like a Chelsea kit, an Arsenal kit, etc. But anyway, that's besides the point. But with Curtis Jones, he's a good player. Listen, he's a good player. Liverpool, no chance. Why would Liverpool sell Curtis Jones to Arsenal, a potential title rival in January? It doesn't make any sense. This is why I wonder how these
unless they consider you like what Man City did. You aren't a title rival. Why would Man City sell you Zinchenko and Jesus?
Well, Zinchenko, number one, was a definite bench player, and Jesus obviously wanted to leave. And Man City's policy.
Curtis Jones is a bench player.
But not according to Liverpool fans. Liverpool fans are telling me he's their best counter-pressing midfielder. This is what last few days I've been talking to them about Curtis Jones, and they seem to really.
I like Curtis Jones, by the way. I actually think he's a very, very good player. I
think he's pretty solid too.
I
just don't think he's a game changer. Like if they're talking about splashing the cash on something that's actually going to help them, I don't see Curtis Jones being that X factor for them. I mean, they already spent 105 on a guy who's supposed to help them get there, but apparently that's not enough. So let's go drop another 65 on another guy who's supposed to help you get there. We don't even know what position he is, but don't worry about that. He's supposed to help us get over the line. And then now they're talking about let's go get Curtis Jones. To me, Arteta has no idea what he's doing, and he's just making it up as he goes along, and the people are all just along for the ride. And it's funny to me because the longer he's in charge, the longer they'll continue to do this, so the better it is for me. So I don't want to put too much anti-Arteta agenda out there, but I don't understand his signings. I don't understand the thought process behind some of them. I mean, Declan Rice, obviously, like that's a great signing, right? Like that would help a lot of people's clubs, but surely if you were challenging last year for the title, you spent 160 million on 2 different players in the summer. That should help you somewhat, right? I'm not even bringing up Yuri and Timber because he ain't even played for you except for the plate.
Big question.
Game.
If Arsenal need a striker now, why didn't they need one in the summer?
Because Gabriel Jesus hadn't let him know that he's not a striker yet. See, he did that halfway through the season start. He said, I'm not actually a striker. Now they're like, yeah, we do need a striker.
And I like Gabba. I actually really do like him and think he's a very good player. And I respect him.
Yeah, but that's their striker that they signed. Well, they were like, we don't need a striker. We got Gabriel Jesus. And he's like, hey, I'm not a striker.
To realize it.
A lot of fans were calling for a striker. I think the club spending that much money on Rice. I think that the problem, not the Rice money, the real issue is that Arteta spent nearly 100 million on Raya and Havertz. That's the real issue. And I don't know how much money Havertz is on, but some people say 270,000 a week for a player who we don't really know his best position. We don't know if
how much Gabby's on. Have you seen Gabby's wages?
Yeah, he'd be on big money.
No wonder we got rid.
But I don't see any problem with giving him big money, considering he came from City.
Massive.
Good player. But with Havertz, it doesn't really make any sense.
I watched him for 4 years. He ain't worth that money.
We can...
No chance.
Listen, I'm not the biggest Gabriel Jesus fan. I'm not going to
we won the league with Gabriel Jesus with no striker sat on the bench. And he went crying to his mama.
To be honest, Tom Little said it exactly.
Bro, he's not even Brazil's number 9.
No, that's not digging. But he went crying to his mum because he couldn't play against PSG.
Spoken of Gabriel Jesus came out.
That's the mentality.
Just out of
nowhere. Sorry, no.
Didn't he score the Centurion goal, man? You got to just give him a break, man. He did a job for you guys. He was a good servant. And
no, he did.
Now he's Arsenal's problem.
3 in the Premier League.
Something like that. He's definitely,
you think he's worth nearly KDB money? No chance.
Listen, like Tom Little said it. The guy was the backup striker for a team that doesn't have a striker.
That's my point. He was backup to backup.
He was backup to a team that doesn't have a... Anyway, I actually disagree with all of you, actually. I actually think Gabriel Jesus is a very important piece to the Arsenal team. I actually think that Gabriel Jesus...
Please tell me how is it... Oh, sorry. I'm muting myself.
Thank you. I actually believe that last year, Odegaard, and even on the part when he was injured, that Nketia was there, Arsenal weren't as... They had this dip a little bit. Gabriel Jesus makes Odegaard better, makes Martinelli better, and makes Saka better because he's a false 9. You can look at his stats, you can look at his passing, you can look at everything about his game. The problem is the people around him aren't firing. Even with that, Gabriel Jesus last year, with the amount of injuries he had, with the big injury, he had 20 GA. For someone who is a false 9, that's a very good outcome. My problem with Arsenal isn't Gabriel Jesus, because they're asking Gabriel Jesus to put the ball in the back of the net. But that's not his job. His job is to link up the play, connect Saka, Martinelli, and Odegaard together, and also the other midfielder, which was Granit Xhaka, who had 14 GA for a midfielder.
It's all part of the job.
Exactly.
All part of the job.
The problem is if they get another
the part that I'm not good at is not part of my job. It's so convenient.
So how was so let me.
You're an attacker. An attacker's supposed to finish or assist, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's not true. But yeah, fine. That's what you think.
I mean, you got to stop the Grealish agenda straight away now with that comment. That's your Grealish agenda.
But let me tell you, but yeah, there is, of course, yeah, I can. But that's the same thing. But that's the argument of Man City fans. Why aren't Grealish scoring? Because he's connecting the play and he's part of a machine. But Gabriel Jesus was all of this, got 20 GA, and he was injured, guys. Gabriel Jesus in
but now the GA don't matter, right? Because it doesn't matter if he puts the ball in the back.
I am giving you literally said goals or assists, and I'm asking
a question. I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry for asking a question.
So hold on. You literally asked the question. I answered you. You don't like the answer, so
ask another question.
The answer.
I further probe the answer. That's all I did. I apologize.
So what was the second question? Because you cut me off and I couldn't talk. So go ahead.
I was just saying if
You were
his
saying
job
you
is
were
not to put
asking,
the
what are you
ball in the
saying?
back of the net, but then you're using 20 GA last year as a defense for his lack of putting the ball in the back. I don't understand.
No.
Trying to
Hold on.
connect the dots here.
Okay, putting the ball at the back of the net might not be the only thing for a striker if the people around him are scoring plenty. Man City used that model for a while and it got them a Centurion season, more than 100 points. If you can make that machine work, it will work. The problem is around him, it's not actually working to the way that it was working last year. Gabriel Jesus, if you remove him from that team and you get an out-and-out number 9 that does not get involved in the game, what guarantees you that Saka, Martinelli, and Odegaard will be able to assist that guy to get 25, 30 goals? So if people want to say that Gabriel Jesus is the only problem for Arsenal, I think you're mistaken, because the proof is just last year.
He's not the only problem. He's not the only problem. The issue
might be a
I
problem.
agree with that. I agree. He's not the only problem.
Can
There's
I
a lot
add
of
one more
problems.
point and let Jacob waffle after this? They need a striker to be another option. What I mean is that when teams are sitting back, they might need an out-and-out number 9 because they are crossing the ball. And let me just tell you one stat, Jacob. Arsenal are the 3rd team in the league of putting crosses in the box for Gabriel Jesus. That's not his job. So that's something that they didn't do last year.
That's the point.
So why are you sending crosses into the box if your guy's like, I can't finish that?
So why would that be part of your
build-up?
problem? How is that Gabriel?
No, that was my point. Go back a minute.
Again, he's like, I'm not good at this. They're like, hey, let's try and do this. Sorry, go ahead.
You just said it perfectly. He's not a main striker. And what did I say? 10 minutes ago, I said Arsenal needed a striker in the summer. Why is it suddenly a shock now when they hit January and they suddenly realise they need one? Gabby was never the answer to score 20, 30 goals. It was never happening. Didn't do it. That wasn't his best games with for a setter. Well, actually on the right wing, believe it or not.
Yeah,
because his work rate allows you to do that. Because he tracks back, goes forward, he follows his man, and listen. You'll get sweat, blood, and tears out of Gabriel Jesus, 1000%.
Definitely get tears. You're right.
Clinical finish, but that's my issue. Is Arsenal should have gone and got the striker in the summer.
Nina,
I know what you did when you invited me here. You know what you wanted.
I'm thinking, how did we go from Curtis Jones to this whole discussion right now? But I'm just going to circle back.
No more.
Because of Jacob.
It's probably my fault. It's probably my fault.
Oh, dear. I mean, what are they valuing Curtis Jones at the minute? Like, what's his value?
Higher than his value because he's a rival. I think they should, in my opinion, for this midfield thing for Arsenal, in my opinion, Arsenal should go and offer double what Man City offers for Kimmich. If Man City offer Bayern Munich 30 million, Arsenal should go and offer 40, 50, 60. This is a guy that will get you over the line. You go get a Goretzka. You go offer De Jong astronomical salary. If you're a serious club, you go do that, right? You go do this. But Arsenal wouldn't do this. Arsenal wouldn't go and sign this. Arsenal would go and sign another mediocre number 8 or an average or above average player at number 8, trying to get him or get them over the line. So it's as simple as that. But Curtis Jones isn't my problem. My problem is Eddie Nketia. Are you going to replace him with Ivan Toney? And is Gabriel Jesus someone does he need to be replaced, Nina? Do you think watching Arsenal?
Well, I don't want to give them Ivan Toney because I want Ivan Toney at Chelsea. But
I actually believe that Ivan Toney will suit Chelsea.
I'm got Nkunku.
Yeah, but he's not a number 9. He's not an out-without striker.
Jackson,
man.
Come on.
No, he plays behind the striker, but he isn't a striker. And, if it ever gets to the point where we're playing Nkunku up top, then I know that we're in big trouble and things are bad. But, yeah, look, obviously, Arsenal right now, in the middle of the season, if they want to go and continue on this title charge, they need a striker, 100%. Look, if I need to be honest here, bias aside, if Ivan Toney is offered Chelsea or Arsenal right now, I'm not going to be stupid. I know he'd pick Arsenal just because he is getting older. He's been out of playing football for a while. Arsenal currently are in Europe. They are currently in and around top 4, challenging maybe maybe yes, but it's going to be a lot more appealing to him. Yeah, like right now, we just aren't going to be as magnetic as Arsenal will be as a prospect. I get that, but purely from a goal scoring, Prem proven, getting the goals, just being there to receive them, I think that is what Arsenal needs. But again, do I want to give them Ivan Toney? No, I don't. So look, it's tricky, but on the Curtis Jones point, it really depends on what Arteta's plans are here. Is he going to be a first teamer? Is it for depth? Obviously, Partey's kind of proven to be very injury prone, not very reliable as well. That is a fact now. So it really depends, but I just don't see a world in which Liverpool let go of him right now. Not that he is that valuable, but he's been in good form. He has been playing more. Klopp's maybe going to maybe going to trust him with some more minutes and stuff. So I just don't see it very realistic. So I haven't really taken this sort of transfer rumor, if it is that, as a very serious one, to be quite frank with you.
Yeah, Bilal, you haven't said a word about Arsenal actually.
Listen, I just don't see how we sign anyone.
You look cooked. You look like
number one, Arteta. You need to be banned from transfers this window. Just forget you're not allowed money after this 100 million on Havertz and Raya for no reason. You need to take a rest and just chill and deal with the players you have. I'm watching football with Kiwi or inverting. I'm not seeing no overlaps. I'm seeing Saka and Martinelli like absolutely just like dying on the pitch every single game, and that's why we talk about Jesus is the problem. This is the problem. Really and truly, the whole system is not working, and that's why Jesus has suffered even more. And as I said, I'm not the biggest Jesus fan. I think he'll be a good player, especially on the wings for Arsenal if he had a proper number 9. But Arteta's changed sort of the way we played. He made us even more rigid than last season, and you haven't signed a proper target man to do that. The amount of crosses, as Mo said, that we put into the box, to who? Bro, sometimes I'm watching the game, I'm just thinking, I watch the game, like, how these guys are going to even score a goal? And that's sometimes how I'm feeling. And the last 2 games, I feel like the performances have caught up with the results now. So everything's kind of becoming a bit more imbalanced. But yeah, in terms of the transfers, Curtis Jones, he's a good player, but I'm not moved. Like, I like Curtis Jones. I said it to Liverpool fans, he's a good player. I compared him to Joe Willock, who we sold to Newcastle a couple seasons ago. I said, yeah, he's on that trajectory. Could be a very good player if he gets a lot of game time. But just again, I just don't see how we gonna sign a big money signing this summer. Maybe a couple loans, maybe a loan here or there, something like that. But with the FFP situation, as Mo's put in the title, listen, Nketia out, Toney in. It has to be Nketia out, Toney in, or we sell a Ramsdale for, let's say, Newcastle coming with. It has to be something where you get a big money sale, and then you go sign someone. But at the same time, I just don't see how it happens. But listen, Arteta.
So you're ruling yourself out of the title race.
I don't think, bro. Listen, I'm seeing KDB warming up. I'm seeing Haaland somewhere. He's coming back. I just don't see how we're in a title race this season. I think we're out of the title race.
That was done on purpose, KDB running around the side.
Yeah, I know. But listen, honestly, real talk, watch Liverpool. That Liverpool-Newcastle game. Can you tell me Arsenal's attack could produce that kind of performance? I don't think so. Right now, Arsenal have shown their performances throughout the whole season. If you go back to the 2-2 Arsenal-Fulham game, from that game, I had alarm bells going anyway. But now, obviously, I think you're deluded, to be honest, if you think Arsenal are in a title race at this point.
Can he ask what is the hype with Toney?
Shout out Saad. You got to shout out Saad.
Toney's a good player, but again, Brentford are not good. They want a lot of money. Who's going to sign Toney for 80 million or 100 million? It's a joke.
Okay, do you know why guys, do you know guys why he's 100 million, right? Because I think Birmingham or I think Forest or someone, they have 30% and Newcastle have 50%.
Newcastle
Newcastle have some and another club has some. So that's why they want a lot of money.
Also, they're in a strong position. As Nina said, Chelsea would love a Toney. I've even seen Liverpool fans at times saying they take a striker like a Toney. Arsenal,
100 million. That is crackers where.
I'll take Toney. Yeah, if everyone
Tottenham.
I'll take Toney.
But who's going to spend 100 million or 80 million? I think 40 million is a price.
Do you guys know why Toney look like this? Do you guys know why Toney look like this? Because everyone is starving for a striker. But if you actually look at Ivan Toney, the guy, and I said it many times on this channel, and I know Jacob, me and you spoke about it before. He played on a counter-attacking team. Your team is a position-based team, and the guy hasn't played for 6 months. How about you get him and he's fat, and you need to at least Yeah, but
Surely
he
he's
hasn't
been
played.
staying fit. Come
I'm like
on.
Pep.
Okay, my point is he has not played competitive football for 6 months or over that. That's a big deal. People
Massive.
don't realize that's a
Massive
big deal. And to put 100 million, you need a game changer today. You don't need a game changer. Okay, Chelsea. Okay, sorry. You need a game changer today if you're not Chelsea, of course.
Yeah.
So it says like I don't think this 100 million thing is just too much, to be honest. It's too much.
Brentford haven't looked good. I'm going to defend Brentford's pricing a little bit here because if I'm not mistaken, and Buemo's injured, Visa's leaving for a competition.
Yeah.
Toney's literally the only thing they're going to have this month.
They need him.
And if you're going to take their biggest asset, that is more likely, if he leaves, I could see Brentford dropping and even getting close to the relegation zone by the time that this shakes out, because he is that much of a game changer. I think that honestly, I would ask for 110. That's where I'm starting. Talk me down is where
I would, from a Brentford point of view.
How much you price that for?
Anyone buying him for that kind of money is off the rocker. Sorry, you can get far better under. That's just mad.
But
How much was Anthony? Anthony got bought from Eredivisie over 100.
But again, I find that's stupid. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Anthony's any good. United fans can't tell you Anthony was any good. He's any good. So at least Brentford fans rate Toney. United fans know they got the pants pulled down with Anthony.
I think Ajax fans rated Anthony though.
Oh,
no, they didn't. I saw Ajax fans saying they can't believe the money they're getting for Anthony. Like that guy, I didn't even watch him that much, but you know when you watch somebody's compilations, and I'm like, I'm just seeing him do this one little movement.
Compilations lie, bro.
Yeah, no, but compilations are meant to make you excited. I wasn't
what was Osterman's
release? Exactly, compilations
What's
are
his
meant
new
to make
release
you
class?
excited.
120?
Osterman. Yeah, I think it's like 130 million euros, whatever that is in pounds.
Right, so about 115 mil in UK.
Yeah.
Are we saying he's 15 million pounds just better than Ivan Toney? Come on. It ain't rocket science, this, you know. Yeah, he may be worth 100 million to Brentford, but the buying club should nowhere near touch when you've got better strikers with better pedigrees in and around Europe. Sorry.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of the English tax, the Premier League, everything's just on top of that. And I get it from a Brentford point of view. Same way, James not so upset, the same way Everton did with Carlson, 60 million. It was, here you go.
Guys,
we got fleeced. We absolutely got fleeced on that. But.
Over
5-5. All right.
460 people and rising. So hit that like button. Get us to 300 likes. The like button is underneath your live chat. Makes a big difference. Couple of super chats to do here. You got Neil is saying Lavia was just because Liverpool pissed us off. You literally just proved Jacob's point. Neil, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. What was the fine saying?
Lavia before.
Were you? I didn't know, to be honest. I don't think clubs work.
By the way, you're
welcome.
This
is a joke.
They were the year before. They tried to sign him when he moved to Southampton. Chelsea are hilarious, man.
How many EPL clubs are knocked out of FA Cups round? Bear in mind there is 4 all EPL match-ups. So what's the point, Wolzify? I'm not getting this. Maybe.
I think he's asking a question. How many Premier League clubs are going to be knocked out by the third round because there's a bunch of head-to-head Premier League matches?
Yeah. Arsenal. No, Arsenal play at home. So, they might go through. So. They might go ahead. But thank you so much for Super Chat. We'll answer that. And Papa Beard, they say, Mo, if this was 2001, everyone would have been AC and Inter fan. Yeah, but that's different. But why would they be Chelsea and Arsenal fans? Arsenal fans, like, there is no reason. The last time you won was 20 years ago.
So, Arsenal are the weirdest club, man. Listen, they just, I don't know, they take people.
I don't know why you became an Arsenal fan. You're too young, bro. Your blood pressure, you're too young.
Everyone, it's one of them ones. Arsenal.
Cheers for that, Mo.
It doesn't even matter. There's just something with Arsenal. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It just comes and gets you.
I'll defend him a little bit. I know. I just barely met him, but I chose Tottenham. So what can I really say? I mean, what is it that I was clinging on to?
Why did you choose Tottenham?
I just fell in love with the club. I'm dreaming about the logo, dreaming about the players, dreaming about it. Just it happened.
Sorry, I could.
It chose me. It came to me in my dreams, much like a siren in the sea, calling to the sailor.
For trophies, because they weren't winning jack shit when I was there. When I
The
started.
problem is you're talking, Jacob, and I think your whatever your mic is not even believing you. Like your mic doesn't believe you, bro. Like your mic doesn't believe you, bro. Like your mic is
Oh
saying you're
no,
alive.
I mean, trust me, my
You fell
wife
in
is
love
like,
with
"Why are you
Tottenham
so
Hotspur?
obsessed with some English Premier League club?" But I mean, it is what it is. I didn't choose it; it chose me. It happened.
We'll never
Like
we'll never know
love.
the
You
truth.
don't
We'll never
choose.
know the
Sometimes
truth.
love just
Jacob will never
happens.
tell us the truth. Yeah, of course, of course. You're like, watch the Premier League on NBC and like, up, this is my team, Tottenham Hotspur, that haven't won a trophy for
Honestly,
60 years. It's absolutely
watching Son
brilliant.
and Kane together was like a
Fantastic.
partnership.
Of course, yeah.
It was something to behold, and it was honestly like it just had such a different feel when I
Not
watched
Salah
Tottenham.
and
I don't know.
Mane, not
I did rate
none of these
I did
guys.
rate Salah and Mane. I did rate them. I
It
do rate
didn't.
Salah. He's the
Not
best right winger in the world.
Aguero,
But
Loresane, not these guys. These
when
guys
Heung-min
didn't.
Son touches when Heung-min
Drogba,
Son
like
touches the ball, an entire
Lampard.
country
It
holds
was
their breath
it
and
was
waits to
bad.
see what happens next. To me, that meant something to me. So
Eden Hazard, Fabregas, like N'Golo Kante.
I'm just
You're like,
smiling because you guys
no.
can banter me all you want in this stream and you had your laughs at the start. But all I'm going to say is I'm 22 years old and I've seen us live 2 Champions Leagues in my lifetime and 5 Premier League titles. So
That's
I'm
why I
just
will
gonna
never
leave-
ask you why you supported Chelsea, because it's very obvious. The most
I'm just
successful
gonna
club in
say-
the
All right, then. I'll come back to it.
I was born into Chelsea,
When you
so-
can, you know what I mean? And so
Like,
that's 12 months.
anyway, Jacob, listen.
I'll tell you one thing you can't ever call me is a glory hunter.
Jacob, because you're a brilliant content creator.
I
and
hope that's
enjoy
not
your
you
company.
calling me Glory
And
Hunter.
thank you for being
No,
a
no,
Spurs
no,
fan.
no, because no, not at all. That was definitely not. I just met you today. I would never take a shot. Only Mo. If I took that shot at Mo, maybe he could say I was taking a shot. But I just met you. I wouldn't do that. Trust me. But for me, it's just
You're
like in
lying. Oh my
American
God,
sports, there's a
bro.
lot of people who cling on to clubs that all of a sudden start doing well out of nowhere. It got Golden State, Seattle Seahawks. Any American fans in the views, they would know what I'm talking about. It's just like they're bandwagon fans. If I would have became a City fan, it would have been like, what's the point? I'm just
sorry. If I'm American, I'm bandwagoning. I don't care what anyone tells me. If I was American,
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Everyone's
today,
different. I
Real Madrid,
don't roll
tomorrow,
like that.
Bayern Munich. Next day, PSG. Oh, I'd be enjoying.
But that's the thing. How could I sit here and call myself how would I call myself a serious fan if I haven't been there with that club when the times aren't great? If I'm just there as a fair weather fan, it's bright and sunny. Now I'm in Cancun. Oh, it's raining. Oh, I'm going back to Cancun. That ain't the way that I roll. To me, if you love something and you care about it, you love it and care about it even when it ain't pretty or beautiful. And that's just the way I roll.
Someone say fans for glory on that. I wish.
In America, I have a lot of.
I was a City fan.
When the
you know,
Premier League became and again, that's not. I'm saying it from an American perspective.
No,
Americans who
the
Americans who follow City are following either because they're Barcelona fans or because there's a lot of sustained success.
Yeah,
and to me, I was not a Barcelona fan. I was a Lionel Messi fan, but not a Barcelona fan. So I never, yeah.
Simple reason I was born at St. Mary's Hospital, literally could see Main Road from where I was born out the window.
See, and that makes it easy. In that way, that makes it very easy for you, yeah. And then, see, again.
My dad played for him, game over. There was only one club I was ever supporting.
Well, you said your dad played for City?
Yeah, he got offered it. Well, he played for the reserves, got offered a contract, but because the money
that's
was
enough.
Crap.
Hey, playing for the reserves is enough. That's cool.
The money was crap back then, and he had kids and a family, so he had to take the money. Because when they got paid nothing.
Yeah. People are enjoying this conversation more than the actual football conversation because viewers are rising. So I think this is better. I'm thankful for you, Jacob. I'm actually thankful that you are a Spurs fan. You're the second best to second best. So content creator out there. So it's good.
I will take that as a compliment, I suppose.
But what else? You want to be the best?
I don't really have a desire to be. I mean, what is the best? It's merely an opinion. They don't hand out trophies for.
That's the only trophy you'll get, being the best content creator out there.
You don't know that FA Cup starts on Friday. We'll see then.
Well, if you get knocked out,
if we get knocked out,
Jacob.
I'm wearing the robe for a week. If we get knocked out,
was done for you.
I'm gone. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Cancun. It's gonna be sunny. I'm going to Cancun.
You got shares in Cancun. You keep mentioning it.
You're dumb, bro.
You got an holiday house out.
Listen, let me do the rest of the super chat so we can continue the talk. Mo, if this was out, we did that. LFC is a Curtis Jones for Arsenal, 150 million. I joke and I rate Curtis Jones. I actually don't think Curtis Jones will go for less than 70 million pounds or 60 million pounds at least. Andy here is saying thank you so much for everybody sending super chats, supporting the channel. Raya long ball to Toney, plan B for Arsenal Football Club, swap 14. Yes, you go do the business. We'll call you real deal. You Arsenal have to go do the business. Why not?
The league with Brentford spine. No, I can't believe my eyes.
JW is saying Arsenal can have Darwin Núñez for 60 million. Wow. No, it's banter now. This is not real.
Núñez or Jesus, who we taking?
Jesus will show 100%. It's not even a question.
So we say Núñez is not professional footballer. Is that what we're saying? Okay. I hear it.
You know my opinion.
Núñez is the funniest footballer. You know who's funnier? Morata. Morata's funny because he's good at football. He's actually good, but yeah. You
go with your friend. Yeah. You go 2 friends down there. I'm sorry, Martin, that you're the 2 friends down there. Staffy.
Why'd you apologize to him? I'm happy to be sitting next to my friend. He's wearing a beanie as well. Beanie friends.
No. I'm not apologizing for you and Jacob. You can guys sit next to each other. You can hold that. Sit next to each other down there.
Well, sit next to them.
The vibes are immaculate. Every seat is welcoming.
I'd rather sit next to Jacob any day of the week than sit next to you.
Yeah, we can actually do that. Actually, Nina can sit down there with you. 10th, Jacob. Yeah, we can do this until Arsenal falls behind Spurs.
You thought he was funny there. Listen, I'm happy that I'm here so I can defend my friend Jacob.
Coming to this stream, so yeah, exactly.
No, you don't know I'm here yet.
You are on the stream. You literally started by saying, "I'm here to defend my friend Jacob."
And I'll tell you why I'm defending my friend Jacob. Let me tell you guys a quick story. Not too long ago, when Mo first met me, he assumed that I was a glory hunting fan because I support United. Never asked me for my story, by the way. And then you have Jacob, who clearly didn't support Spurs because of trophies, and he's questioning why he did that. You know, Mo, I know you like to sit here and be the devil's advocate every day. I think the devil's taking notes from you
on the stream recorded. And you said you supported Man United in 2008. Am I right or wrong?
No, that's wrong. I didn't say that.
Oh, my God.
There's no footage of me saying I supported United 2008. Literally, my first jersey was Rooney 8. No, my first jersey that I ever bought was Rooney number 8, and he wore that in 2006. So how can I support United 2008?
All right. So you supported Man United in 2006?
Yes.
All right.
That's the first real season.
That's not a big deal. I just wanted.
Of course it's a big deal. That's 2 Premier Leagues and a Champions League.
What do you mean 2 Premier Leagues? You did 2 Premier Leagues.
Yeah, because we won 06, 07, 07, 08.
So you supported Man United because you looked at England and they were the team that was winning and you supported them.
Wallah Azim, you are going in Wallah, you are going in
the point. It's absolutely
everyone who watches my channel. Everyone who watches my channel will tell you.
Here you go.
This. See this flag right here, Mo. See this flag right here. I bought this flag in the 2006 season. I was 12 when I had this flag, but Mo wants to sit here and lie on my name and say I'm a glory hunting fan.
I'm not lying.
I'd love to know why you're an Inter fan, Mo. It probably has nothing to do with R9 and them, but yeah,
it's R9 and Roberto Baggio, and we're in blue.
Oh, and I'm the glory hunting fan.
Glory hunter, my ass, bro. We didn't win any leagues at that time until 2006. So what glory hunter? We weren't even in the Champions League. I liked the player. I liked colors. It was the only league on TV.
Oh, so you liked it because of the colors. So why didn't you ask me why I liked United? Oh, you just want to assume. That's Mo's job. Mo gender. At full effect.
I liked it because everything about Inter at that time pointed towards me liking them. Juventus were cheaters. It was known at that time. I liked Roberto Baggio from World Cup '94. I'm that old. right? He was my favorite player at that time. And when I started supporting clubs, he was playing for Inter along with R9, the best player to ever touch the ball. Simple as that.
Wait, why is that City fan in the chat calling me? Ironically, a City fan in the chat calling me a glory hunter. His name is Herbo. It's not Herbo. It's Herb. You're a
always
Herb,
tell me
bro.
don't talk to the
He's a
free
Herb,
seats,
bro.
Staffy. You don't
No,
talk
he's a
to the
member.
free
He's
seats.
a member. He's
Oh,
a member,
okay,
so
never
he
mind.
does
That's
pay.
actually paid seats.
Yeah, he's a Herb though. He's a Herb.
Whoa,
Hold that.
Do not go after safe.
People in the chat now think, oh, more like the color. You can hold that. I like blue, and the only team that was on TV at that time was Inter wearing blue. Okay,
So you are a Chelsea fan, Mo. There we go.
I'm telling you, look, he's wearing the retro Chelsea jersey, bro. Wasn't that the 2010 jersey where they had the collar? I remember that. I think that's one of the years that we dunked on him for the league. Hold that. Hold that, Mo. You just exposed yourself as a
That was the
Chelsea
last time United were relevant.
Chelsea fan.
When's the last time what does that have to do with anything?
You said 2010, so I'm just saying, was that the last time United
Technically, it was 2013. You're talking about us right now, so it says that we're still relevant.
Can I do the super chats? Because
I don't know, but you can hold that too, respectfully.
Mo's a City fan. Mo is a Chelsea fan. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You can say
Mo's a Chelsea fan. Everyone spammed that in the chat.
I was a Spurs fan last season. Bilal knows that. You remember that, Bilal, of course, because I like.
He saw his name was Mo, and Mo was Jose Mourinho, so he thought that's my team. Hold that,
Mo's
Mo.
done. Mo's Roman Abramovich. Abramovich. He went to Tottenham Stadium. Thought, oh, should I buy them? Oh no, found out Chelsea were for sale.
I actually went to the Tottenham Stadium. Actually, it was nice.
Yeah, I know. That's why he said that.
It was nice, like it was a day out. Just nice. It
was a day out. Yeah, I was in England, and I went to the Etihad. I went to Goodison Park, and I went to the Etihad, and I watched some games. So yeah, I went to Crystal Palace Stadium. It's nice. It's okay.
Crystal Palace Stadium is not nice. Behave, Mo.
The fans are very cool, actually.
Yeah, Herbo's crying. You're still a Herb. Cry more.
Taffy, stop talking to the people in the chat.
Bro, he's a member. I have to address him. The guy pays money, so he deserves to be addressed. Big up for being a member, but you're still a Herb. Hold that.
Okay, can we, Martin and
this? Don't read that out. Don't read
Martin.
That
come on, Patrick. Thank you so much for super chat. But yeah, JW saying Jacob chose Spurs because he wants to feel unhappy.
Oh, this guy, JW, just because we share initials doesn't mean you can disrespect me live on air, my guy. I didn't want to feel, bro. Watching Son smile makes me so happy. Watching Son win a Puskas Award, dribbling through 10 different players, that made me happy. There's a lot of happiness. Like again, yeah, it didn't feel good watching him cry at the Carabao Cup final. Did that feel good? No. But, you know, the lows make the highs that much better. And at the end of the day, we may be here, but when we reach there, I'm telling you, no, you don't want to see me. I'll be in the streets of London. I will be shirtless.
Muhammad is saying, if you ain't there when it's then, you ain't there when.
Hey, yo, that is so. Hey, yo, don't ever say that again, bro. Take that shit off the screen, bro. Wallahi, that's so. It should have been paused at the end.
I think my mistake is I don't read the super chats before I put them on the screen. Mo, I'm a Chelsea fan and I welcome you to the club. Thank you for the support. It's okay. Last 5-10 minutes. Joshua Kimmich or Paqueta to Man City. If Joshua Kimmich go to Man City, should you shut it down? Is it over for everybody?
You said 30 million. That's disrespectful to Joshua Kimmich. He ain't going anything less than 65.
Yeah.
How many years does he have?
That's what the German media is saying. They're saying something maybe.
It's not, again, people are saying
30. No way, Joshua Kimmich is only 30.
That much
because his wages are crazy as well. So like, there's a talks of, I think I saw something to do with a bit of a swap here and there. I don't know what's going to buy in as well. Gnabry.
Let Martin take it.
One sec. All of it for 4 months is City was shit in the transfer market. Went and got Kovacic, went and got Nunes. So we were a load of crap in the market in the summer, apparently. And now that a situation looks like it's presented itself, where I don't know why, that's up to Thomas Tuchel. They maybe want Calvin Phillips. Still baffles my mind. Hey ho. And Kimmich wants to play for Pep again and has fallen out with Timmy Tuchel. Ain't our fault. I don't know what we're meant to do. No one's going to pass up that opportunity. It's a situation, if you look through it all, Tuchel and Kimmich have been at each other's necks for about 4 months. Since the start of the season. Jibes here, jibes there. I want to be a number 6. I want a proper number 6. No, what he can do.
Where does he play though? Where does Kimmich play though? Would he not just be on the
play
bench?
6, 8, right back.
So he's going to be a squad player at City.
Perfect pet player, versatile.
Squad player. Do you know the problem with him
going?
Where's he going to play? If Rodri's fit?
8, bro. He's going to play next to him for Germany. Tony Kroos. He's going to play the 8.
He can play the Stones role.
You would basically
pretty much when Stones.
Yeah, again, that's very good one.
Listen, Kimmich going on the bench, man. Let's not lie.
Kimmich is the perfect. He was one of the first.
Kimmich is on the bench.
Kimmich was one of his guys.
I can hear the fear in your voice. I understand it. I get it.
No, you can sign him, but obviously he'll do a job. But I'm saying, like, if everyone's fit, I'll see him. He'll probably come on here and there. If Rodri's not fit, he fills in for the 6.
Kimmich comes off the
bench. Saying, hey, he can play right
back.
On
here and there.
Kimmich off the bench.
Bro,
what is this guy talking about?
This is getting crazy. When Pep does this, then come back to me. Come back to me. When Pep does this.
I mean, to his point,
do we know Kimmich is? Are you talking about the same player that we're talking about?
Who's played Gundogan role this season?
He is going to play the Gundogan role, Kimmich.
No, I'm asking who was played Gundogan role?
Kovacic a little bit.
Kovacic will end up going back to what he originally was probably going to be. He was coming in to be a bit of a soldier, rotational player, backup. Kimmich will go in as the number 8.
And then KDB comes back and Foden holds bench.
No, because I think you'll have a midfield of Foden, KDB, Rodri, Kimmich.
That's 12 players on the pitch.
No, because you want to
play 3 in the back only.
Yeah, 3-4-3. What's wrong with what you said?
Okay, so in the back is going to be Kyle Walker, Diaz, and Gavardio.
I don't think
until John Stones come back.
No.
So there is no inverting anymore.
No, I don't think you'll see a lot of the inverting anymore if you bring Kimmich in.
So you'll definitely play 3-4-3 straight.
Wait, the inverting is on the ball anyways. Off the ball, they take a shape of a 4 no matter what. I think actually, let me say something. I think Kimmich comes in and he ends this whole Kyle Walker thing because I don't think Kyle Walker's up to it anyways. But
they
instead of relying
on armband Staffy to put him on the bench.
Yeah,
see, but also you're also looking at the future.
And then it was the captain. He didn't start every game.
It's like you mentioned Paqueta there. Is Bernardo going to be here forever? No, he's got a 49 million or just under 50 million pound release clause. Chances are he's going to be gone in the summer. So if you get Paqueta, that replaces Bernardo. If you get Kimmich, and then you because listen, I'm sick to death for looking at our bench with kids and Carson and bloody Ortega on it. And Sergio Gomez. I'm sick of looking at the bench and going, there is no options anywhere to go with anything. And that's what we've had all season. Because Pepper's took this squad, despite what popular belief will tell you is that we've got these 2-3 world-class 11s somewhere. I don't know where they've gone. Because Sergio Gomez ain't getting in no one's first 11 in any country. Sorry.
Why would you put this comment on, bro? He's lying, bro. Why would you do that?
We've got Oscar Bob. I mean, you look at the bench, sat there. So Hamilton or whatever. I mean, come on. 4 of them were kids. We have no depth anymore this season. Phillips is going to go. Apparently, Sergio Gomez could go. We need to buy. You need
Kimmich and Paqueta, not one or the other. You need both then, because I don't see. Yeah,
Paqueta might be more summer. I don't know. I don't see. It's a difficult one with Paqueta because City won't touch him while these FA investigations are still going on.
And I believe if City get Kimmich, I think we just hand him the title and everybody plays for second place and City focus.
They're already favourites right now, regardless whether they sign Kimmich or not.
They're still winning the league.
Favorites.
When Liverpool surprise you all,
that's your fault, Bilal. That's your manager's fault.
Now listen, Klopp is back. Klopp is back. I saw what they did to Newcastle.
Oh my God,
Klopp wasn't supposed to.
Arsenal fans like, Liverpool will win the league. I'm like,
Bilal, you've really given up, bro. You've really
like,
who's in the comment? I don't know.
I'm here for top 4. And listen, but Champions League.
What would be a successful season?
Wait, people, wait. Talk Bilal again.
Bro, Champions League, Arteta, I swear down. If you get knocked out in a funny way, that's my head is going to go even more. Porto, we better get past them. That's what I'm going to say.
I'm gonna let you guys take this. I'm gonna let anybody take this.
What, they'll beat Porto? Yeah.
He's like, no, Champions League. He's like Champions
League. Bro, listen, I wanted to
so you want to win the Champions League. So you think Arsenal can win the Champions League?
No. Number one, I'm saying don't get knocked out in a stupid way. But number 2, listen, before the season, I said I want to go to Wembley.
But getting knocked out in a regular way, that's fine.
Can we ask?
No. Listen, If you guys remember Arsenal Monaco, I don't know. I was watching the highlights of that again. Someone said,
Let me ask you something, Bilal. Do you live in
Yeah.
London? Do you live in London?
Close to
nearby,
London, yeah.
nearby.
You can always go to Wembley, Habibi. No one stopped you from going to Wembley. Your team is not going to Wembley.
I need to go there when
You can still
Arsenal
achieve
play.
that. We all wanted to go to Wembley. You think none of us, even Jacob, it wasn't in the competition. He still would have wanted to go to Wembley. You think what? You think none of us wanted to go?
I want to go two
I
more
mean, Spurs
times
did
this
play
year.
there for a
FA
while.
Cup.
But...
I'm watching them closely. Liverpool. If you don't beat Liverpool,
Actually, last
the
actually,
Premier
I have a
League's
question.
dead.
Actually, of course, Nina, you won the Champions League while not being the best team in England, like just 4 years ago. Do you think
Yeah.
Arsenal can win the Champions League?
No.
What? So
We're
what?
playing
How
for
will
round
people-
ball.
How?
We're playing for round ball. It's not the way to win the Champions League. Listen, you've seen Inter win the Champions League playing spooky football. Surely we can do a little.
Look at my ass. So don't
you
talk about my
think-
club.
Listen, I know you're top and feeling happy right now. Hey,
Okay,
listen,
so
actually,
you
wait.
think
I
not-
heard you're broke. I need Barella. I heard you man don't got. You ain't got
Bro,
money.
you're broke as well. It's
Yeah,
like,
but
what
we
is
we can flip. No, we're not broke. We're just not allowed.
Okay,
Can't
Nina,
believe it.
why can't they
Can't
win
believe
the
we're
Champions
comparing
League?
Bro, Kev, say yeah. What's going on? All we need now is a Barcelona fan. It becomes like the three of them just going at it. Who's got the least amount of money? Let's go.
The three
I'm
brokies.
We will bank it.
Three brokies. I got a clip for you, Mo, on my channel whenever you come in. The Andrew
Okay,
Tate
Nina,
one. You're
just answer,
broke.
why can't you
You're
win,
fucking
win the
poor.
Champions League?
How many years has it been since you were last in the Champions League again?
7.
7. I just don't think it's realistic. At least when we were in it, you know, consistently.
You know, Chelsea always shithoused them ways in the Champions League, whether they were good or not. They always managed
This
to
is why
be
we
good
signed
team.
Havertz,
Even
apparently.
last year when they were shit, they still made it past what?
Period. European
first round?
pedigree. That's it. I just think.
And you know
that.
what it is? I don't think anyone rated Chelsea every time they won the Champions League. Whereas you guys actually are rating yourself. I'm hearing you guys are second, third favorites to win it all. All that
Not
pressure
anymore.
is
We
going
need
to
to scratch
pile
that
up.
itch.
And listen, we remember what happened last time in European competition. You got knocked out by Sporting, bro.
There you go. Look,
So,
look at
This is what I'm trying to say. Don't be doing this stuff.
And let me remind you that even still in our worst season, in our worst form, we still almost could have managed to get past Real Madrid in that quarterfinal. And then you're looking at a completely different campaign. Maybe, who knows? Like you said, we are always crap. You know, when Thomas Tuchel took over, we were 8th in the league, 9th maybe. Went on to win the Champions League. I just don't think Arsenal can do it. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry.
Igal
told them they have 7 players better than Madrid's players, so they'll definitely.
Here's a question: could you beat Madrid or Bayern Munich?
That's a better question there. That's a better question.
I saw Jesus. Did he not score against?
I swear, Lewis is always there whenever Chelsea's mentioned.
Have
He
you just
spawns.
answered the question with a question?
Lewis is always
Yeah, no, but
I told you, you just say the word Chelsea and Lewis spawns, bro. Where'd you come from? He's on every stream. I'm convinced he listens to every stream, bro.
He has people running his accounts. You know? Seriously, listen, people. Just one last super chat before we finish this show. Muhammad is like, I'm talking about ice. What is this? No bandwagons because the ride was rough.
We don't believe your story, bro. We don't believe
Nobody believes you, but thank you for the
believe
super
your
chat.
stories.
I appreciate
We
this.
don't believe
Listen,
your
people,
lies.
this has been absolutely a fantastic show. Stay on the stream. Don't go anywhere. Go to Staffy TV. The misery is going to start in Man United. They're going to sign.
Mo did not want to talk about Manchester United transfer news, but I'm here to tell you guys there is good news because in about 1 minute, we're about to talk about United transfer news on my channel. Me and my guy Griggs. Mo has a United agenda, but I'm always here to put him in place. Glad to see him here with his retro Chelsea jersey. Hold that, Mo. Big up to all the people that are on the channel, meeting you guys all for the first time, except for my friend Jacob. My guy always, he cooked Mo today, but Mo didn't find anything to say but to call him, whatever kind of fan because he
whatever.
Big up to everyone in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to all these wonderful people. Thank you for having me, Mo. And I will be on my channel in a minute. I'll see you guys.
Bro, you're promoting. You're signing promoting. See you guys.